This video is on how to bleed the brakes, the one-man method. So the first thing I do is reference the manual, and these, I swear by these things, these are great, and the sequence is given right here in the brake section on which ones to the sequence for this particular vehicle. And in this scenario it's the front left, front right, rear right, rear left. So I've done the other ones and now I'm on the last wheel, so we'll do that. And very first thing you want to do is top up your master cylinder. If you put too much fluid into it, that's fine. Just take a turkey baster or something like that and suck some out of it after the process is done. So I've got that filled right now, and then I'll go over to the wheel and we'll bleed it from there. So what you need to do this is you make yourself up a little tool here. I got a piece of 1/4 inch clear plastic pipe. So you just get a piece of pipe, take a container of some kind, just cut a hole in the top of it there, big enough for your pipe to go through. Put another little hole to the side of that to vent, to let the air out as you go through this process. Put the 1/4 inch pipe down, put some brake fluid in the container, and make sure that your clear plastic pipe is down below the level of fluid. That'll allow, or it'll actually make sure that the air doesn't get back into the system as you're doing this. So you got that. Go to your bleeder screw. There's the bleeder valve right here. I've already loosened this up a little bit. So once you get that ready, you get ready to connect up your little bottle here. So what I do is a little extra measure just to make sure that no air gets back into the system. I've got my hose connected onto my bleeder screw. I then take a tie wrap, and I've done this because even though this 1/4 inch clear pipe should be good and snug in that bleeder screw, I was kind of suspecting one time when I did this that there might have been some air sucking back into the system, so I just tie wrap right around the end of the bleeder screw there. And I also put a little grease, just as an extra measure again, around the bleeder screw. Make sure you don't get it in the end of the bleeder screw. You don't want that, definitely don't want the grease going back into the brake system, but just there, just to keep it all snug so that air can't get back into the system. So right now this bleeder screw is tight. Like I said before, I loosened it off. So now I'm just going to turn that around to that point there, half a turn or so, and then I'll pump the brake and see if I see fluid coming out. You can actually see a bit of it coming out of the pipe there already. Okay, so then you're going to pump your brakes. Don't get overly aggressive on this. An inch or two, kind of relatively short pumps on the brake pedal, and then we go and have a look. And as you can see, the fluid is coming out, and we see looks like there's some air coming out of that too. So now I'm going to go back and check the master cylinder and do the process again. Okay, so I've repeated that process about 4 or 5 times. You can see there's nothing but fluid now on this line. No air at all. And the level of the bottle has gone up a lot, because I figured once you're doing this you might as well have lots of brake fluid handy and pump it good. So now I tighten this bleeder screw back up, and I'll just remove my tie rod end, and that's it for this process.